Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today, I have a 5-man prize pick slip for you for, Friday, June 7th. But first of all, want to talk about a huge victory that we had over on our winnable. I gave out this play, I believe, around 6 p.m. on, this was going to be Wednesday around 6 p.m. So for those who don't know, I talked about it a little in the last video, but what happens is PrizePicks releases these lines around 5:30 p.m., right? And not just PrizePicks, but Underdog, Parlay Play, Hot Streak, all these other books, right? They release these lines all independently, and they don't know what the other books are going to do, right? So they want to make sure that they drop these lines, but when we look at it, all these lines are so all over the place. Like Kuzmi, for example, he could be at 30 kills on PrizePicks, and he could be at 26 kills on Underdog, right? So that is the prime time to take advantage. So I don't know if, for those who follow me on Winnable, but I think I posted like 4 different esports plays because I was looking at all of the lines and they were just bananas. They're all over the place. So much value to be made. And so that's why I think we were able to hit this $500 bet on the Winnable. And like you can see here on these other sports books, there's an opportunity that someone like Dan East, right here, we got 32 kills on him. There's a chance that over on Underdog, he was only at 31 kills. So as you can see, that is a huge change when we look at something like this, right? Because for those that follow PrizePicks, you know, this play would have been only $100 instead of $500. So it's these little minimal kill differentials that can be huge and massive when it comes to, you know, placing these PrizePicks bets. So what we had here, we had a correlated bet right here. We had a correlated bet right here, and then we had an independent line on Amelia QAQ. I think her line on Underdog when I made this bet was at like 26.5. So 3 kill differential. Obviously, she ended up still hitting at 23, regardless of what sportsbook you picked it at. But getting it at 29.5 was massive on PrizePicks. So I talk about it all the time when it comes to correlation on Counter-Strike. What we're looking for is these games to be completed very quickly. Obviously, I wasn't able to watch this game because it was at 3 in the morning, but this one did go well for us. I know the first game ended up going like 13-4, and you know, with that's only 17 games within map 1, and then map 2 I think I had to get on like a work call or something, but it did get completed pretty quickly also. I think it was like maybe 13-8 or something like that. So there weren't enough games for all these guys to get a lot of kills, right? So obviously he was very close to hitting. I think that second game he may have had like 18, 17 kills, something like that. So definitely was afraid, but we did end up hitting that. So one thing I do want to say is be on the lookout around 5:30 p.m., 5 p.m. Central Time. All these sportsbooks place all their bets, and like I said, it's just a fiasco, right? We see that like in basketball also. The day before these lines, they don't know what to do. They're just putting these random lines out, and I'm gonna talk about it later, but I have Al Horford under points in my next bet, and the reason why is that Porzingis looks completely healthy, and Al Horford started game 1, but he's not. He's very most likely not going to start game 2, right? And so we want to take advantage of that because I don't think the sportsbooks have adapted and adjusted because of that. They're placing Horford's line as if he's going to keep starting and get a ton of minutes, right? So that's kind of the thought process with that. But here is the $500 victory. So go over there on our Winnable. I believe I gave this out on the free plan too, so this wasn't even part of our MVP, but we did hit a good $500 win, and I know there are a lot of people out there that were memeing me, shitting on me for, being down maybe $300 over the past week, whatever. 500. We just won 500. We're back. We're over and back, right? Obviously, there's going to be slips that end up losing, right? But when I did start this channel, I believe my PrizePicks was at like 4,000, maybe a little bit lower than that. I wish I knew, honestly, but I think it was around like 4,000, something like that. Now it's at like 5,500, so I'm up maybe $1,500 since starting this channel, right? And there was a comment out there saying, oh, why would you be charging $150 per your monthly picks? But I feel as if I feel confident enough to win y'all that money back. And sure, inevitably y'all are gonna meme me here and there, whatever, and I'm not forcing anyone to sign up for the MVP. I'm not forcing anyone. A lot of these plays on the free plan are hitting, right? So I'm not forcing anyone. Just go sign up to the Winnable on the free replaying, and you will get plays like these, right? And obviously, we have the next play that ended up winning as well. This was the play that I gave out last night on the YouTube channel. So this is the Jason Tatum. I can't believe Jason, is that real? Did he really only have 16 points in that game? That's crazy. But anyways, 0.5 points. I was watching this game live, but I just didn't realize. I saw the Celtics obviously stomping them and didn't realize he only had 16 points. But anyways, we had obviously the free boost here, and then we had Device going against the Mongols. We have less, so this was a correlated bet on the lower end, and then we had more on this Valorant play, and Scuba ended up going 4 kills less than his kill total. We wanted him to go 32 or more, but at the end of the day, it was a win. There was a comment out there saying stop posting or being happy with your 2x plays, and so okay, I guess I'll just post the 5x plays that I end up winning, or the 5 out of 5 10x plays, whatever. Don't mean to like spam y'all on the winnable when I make it, but I'm trying to find that comfort zone to where, I'm going to see a good play and I want to post it. And I also want to kind of like show people that I'm winning. But I could see your point there. Maybe I'll try to more bunch my plays together at the end of the day and throw out all the winning slips. Do want to remind y'all that Flex Friday is going to be today when you're watching this video, so be on the lookout for that. This actually is an inaccurate screenshot because as of like a week ago, they reduced me down to $5 on my protected play. So they used to have me at $20 and now I'm at $5. So maybe PrizePicks is thinking I'm sus and they're thinking I'm a profitable gambler now. And there was a comment out there on the YouTube channel actually saying that, he's a fraud and he has the $20 bets or whatever. So now it's at $5. So just a reminder though, for those out there, make sure to take advantage of these protected plays because, the Taco Tuesdays are very advantageous. The Flex Fridays, all the promotions. PrizePicks, as of now, even more than they used to do, they do a ton of promotions. They're promoting their app. They're trying to get all these people out there to, sign up because at the end of the day, there's probably 80% of people that sign up to PrizePicks, maybe even more, 90% are not going to win money on PrizePicks. They're going to keep depositing. And that's why they keep doing these promotions because they know they're luring people in and they're going to win money at the end of the day. But for us, people like us, we want to take advantage of these because these are going to be great for us. And we do not deem ourselves as a non-profitable gambler, right? So here's our Real Friends community. What this is me and Miles, we started Real Friends in Football 2 years ago on YouTube. This channel, I believe, is at 34.3 thousand. I need to do a better job about, updating these little screenshots that I have here. But we started this channel 2 years ago, and what we wanted from this channel is to be a gambling channel, right? So we want to talk about football, gambling, we want to talk about player props, and football, we want to talk about week 1 spreads, week 2 spreads, week 3 spreads, college football, all that kind of stuff. And we kind of shifted our mentality to that channel to just a general football channel. And so we, flipped it to Real Friends, or the channel was always Real Friends of Football. But anyways, we stopped talking about gambling on there because there's a wide array of community on that channel. We have anywhere from like probably 8-year-olds all the way up to like 70-year-olds watching the channel. There's a lot of people out there that aren't into gambling on that channel. I've even made a comment on there, hey, go follow this if you want. And all these people were like, we will not follow your channel. We hate gambling, blah, blah, blah. So we decided to start a new channel, RFF Picks. And this one's at like 1,600, I believe now. We have RFF Shorts. This is kind of like our TikTok of YouTube. And then we have our podcast channel over here. But as you can see below, I'm up 500 units over the past 3 years. Someone in the comments also said to drop my picket. I do not have a picket. Maybe I should start one. Not too sure. I haven't really thought about it. I use Action Network, obviously. And that's another thing that I want to talk to y'all about as well is definitely sign up for Picket, sign up for Action Network, one of those. You do want to be tracking your bets to see, how the history is. So as you can see here, this is a screenshot of my 3-year history. So at this point, I feel like it's kind of safe to say that I'm profitable and I know what I'm doing when it comes to gambling. I use a lot of, EV betting. I use a lot of correlated betting. I use a lot of villain gambling, as I call it too. Like the Celtics, I was a big big Celtics guy in game 1. I felt like everyone and their mom was going, cheering for. I'm even cheering for the Mavs, but there was like 85% of the bets out there had it on the Mavs, and to me, I was like, I just feel like the Celtics are going to take Game 1 pretty easily, and obviously they did, and so that's what I'm saying, right? Villain gambling is kind of that thought process to where you're fading what everyone wants to happen. The fun thing to do was to bet on the Mavs, so you got to go and bet on the Celtics because that is what the sportsbooks do not want you to do is bet on the Celtics. So yes, 500 units, 3 years, 7% ROI, over 7,000 bets. And so we started this new channel, RFF Picks. We want to help educate people and win money on PrizePicks. And so here is our winnable. What this is, the easy way to get our picks, get our plays, right? I was talking about it earlier, but I post all of our plays onto Winnable, right? So all of our plays are going to go in the MVP plan, and then anything that is a boost, a promo, or Taco Tuesday, or a YouTube play is going to go in the free plan. So all this is you sign up for it. It's kind of like a Twitter feed. You put your notifications on, and you will get direct plays when I post it on there. I think we have like 500 people on our Winnable all together, I think, on our free plan. And so when I post that play, it gets sent via text or via email to you. Sign up for that free plan, and then if you want to sign up for every single one of our plays, monthly is going to be $150, weekly is $50. You want to sign up for the free version of that, then type in code RFF to get a free month for a free trial. So finally, here is going to be the play, and let me kind of go over it a little bit. So we have Counter-Strike, right? So we have a pair right here. And what we're wanting for in this play, $50 to win 500, 5-man slip, or I guess a 4-man slip and 1 girl slip. But anyways, what we're wanting here is kind of what I was talking about earlier in the video with the correlation, right? What we're wanting is either Fnatic or Ninjas of Pajamas to just win very quickly. We want it to be over very fast, because if that happens, regardless of what team is winning, it doesn't matter because the game is going to get completed and they're not going to have a lot of opportunities to get kills. So we're wanting, these are best of 13. So what we're wanting in these games is like 13-6, 13-6. And if that happens, it's very likely that everyone in the, in the game, in the match is not going to hit their kill total, right? So we're going to go less than 14 headshots on this. This is at 11 a.m. And then Iga Swiatek, I think she's on the Netflix channel, not too sure. But anyways, her line is very, very heavily going towards 1 aces. And let me use the inverse of that. She's very, very unlikely to go over 1.5 aces. Like her line is closer to 1 than 2. So we want to be on the 1 side. We want to be the other side, right? So her getting 2 aces, I think, is like plus 300, which correlates to like a 30% chance of even happening. So even though this can, push at 1 aces, the ability to get her at 1 is very profitable, right? So she's likely to get 1. She's likely to get 0, but she's not very likely to get 2. And so that's kind of the thought process here. And obviously the push doesn't feel great sometimes, but at the end of the day, in the long term, that's what we want to do. That's what the EV, the math is telling us to do. I talked about Horford earlier. I don't think he's going to be starting in game 2. I think Porzingis is going to come up, and I feel like his line is going to drop maybe to like 9 points. That's not like crazy, but it could go 8.5, 9. So I feel like getting value at 9.5 is very good, and that's going to be on Sunday. And then we have Mitch Keller going over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts. He's going against Minnesota. I feel like he can just kind of pitch very well. Last time he pitched, I think he got like 9 strikeouts, something like that. So that is going to be the play. Best of luck to you out there. Friday, okay, tomorrow I'm not going to be able to make a YouTube video, so I'm going to ask Miles to do that. My friend is graduating medical school, so I'm going to be over in Fort Worth celebrating with him. Saturday, we'll see. But anyways, I'm going to text Miles, have him get some plays out to y'all. He's by his computer most of the time, making videos on our main channel, Real Friends in Football. So hopefully he can come out there. And if not, I should be posting plays at least at a minimum on the Winnable. So go see those. And let's win some money. We obviously had a big day today. We had, that $50 win. We had the $500 win. Obviously, I had 3 other slips maybe out there that didn't end up winning. But at the end of the day, we cashed. We're positive. I talk about it all the time. Whenever we make slips, $50 slips, we get 10 more slips to make, right? So I got 500. Now I have 10 more to quote unquote lose. And then even though these 5-man slips aren't always going to lose, right? Because we still have that 3 out of 5, we still have that 4 out of 5 that happens all the time. I think today I may have had like 3 4 out of 5 plays. So anyways, that is going to be the play. Best of luck, and I will see y'all probably on Sunday.